Hi, welcome to the video. This is Mike Falco's Flips. Today we are hitting as many charity shops as we can in roughly 6 hours worth of time. Let's see how many we can get to. I'm just outside the first one now. It is 9:15. It's actually a Monday. I'm usually always working Mondays, but this week I have it off. I figured I would spend this time going around seeing what it's like if I was maybe a full-time reseller. On a Monday, I would probably be out there every single Monday hitting as many charity shops as I could. So it would give you a little bit of an idea, maybe, what it could be like. So it's actually the hottest day of the year today. I think it's supposed to maybe get to about 34, 35 here. And it's going to be a shorter amount of time in each charity shop just because I'm hitting so many. So there'll only be a little bit of each one. Hopefully we'll find some good stuff. Mondays are a little bit funny because you just had the weekend. It's been a nice weekend and a lot of people will have been out and potentially they've not restocked the shelves yet, so we'll see if that actually makes much of an impact or not. So I'll take you in with me, but as I said, there's only going to be a little bit of footage in each one, and let's see how many we can get to in 6 hours. So not all of them are open this early. This is one of the ones that opens at 9. I really like this, £50 though. I think maybe there'd be a little bit of money in that. But I'm not really willing to spend 50 quid on a hunch. So first pickup, that's pretty good, £6. Now the tape's not working, but the CD is, says there, all tested, all working except the tapes. That's fine for 6 quid. Controller, I mean, somebody's asking like 30 quid or something just for the controller for this. These sell for about £100 if they're all working. So if it was like 10, 15, 20 quid, which often this kind of thing would be, I probably wouldn't have bothered, but for £6 I'd be stupid not to. If all else fails, I would just sell the controller. That's a good start because there was very little in there. Let's get on to the next one, let's go. So this is number 2. I'm definitely going to lose count at some point.
Alright then, sweet. Bye, look, bye.
Just these 2 items. They did have a couple of video games that were kind of borderline. A couple of them were a little bit scratched as well, so I didn't bother, but this one still does quite well for £1. And this is a little plush flower. I don't know, it's on an applause tag, which I think is a vintage tag, or do they still make stuff? I'm not really sure, but I sold a Plants vs Zombie flower plush once for good money. I mean, this is not going to go for money like that, but I just figured this time of year it will sell, no problem. Charity shop number 3, just up here. Yeah, I actually used to play in this park when I was a kid. I remember a family who used to live in one of these houses here. I just remember coming out of their backyard and into this park when I was younger. Good times. In more recent years, I mentioned this to my dad, and he was like, no, nobody ever lived there. And I'm like, somebody did. I don't know who it was. Some member of family. I remember coming several times. So only these from in there. I've got a feeling about these. I think there's a little bit of money in them. The Panasonic ones, I think so. I'm not 100%. I wasn't going to bother looking them up for £1. I thought I'd just grab them. As with all this stuff, we will have a good look when we get back. On to number 4. The next one is a brand new one to me. Somebody on YouTube actually recommended I go and check it out. I've been meaning to for ages. I thought, why not do it today? They're literally just opening up over there now. I can see them. I'm going to just give them a second and then I'm going to walk over and hopefully find something new. I love going to like new charity shops like that, so somebody recommended it a lot. Like I said, that she's found some really good stuff there, so it's not going to be like a regular for me. It's a little bit too far out, but let's check it out.
Bric-a-brac and men's are in there.
All right, just through here. Yeah, so I can see why it would be good in there. There were a few things that were very kind of borderline to me buying. The price was a little bit too much, but that's not to say it's an expensive shop. It's not. It's just the things I wanted were priced a little bit too high for me to be able to resell it. But I did get these games. I only wanted this one really. I figured they were probably £1 each, but she said she'd do 2 for £1, so I just picked that one out. That was like the next most valuable one. That's only worth about £9 or £10. That's only worth about 6 or 7, but you know, 50p each, worth it. £5 on this. It's not quite vintage, but it's, you know, it looks pretty old. Right, so that was number 4. I think we've got at least 2 or 3 just kind of down this road, so I'm going to walk down there and see. So here is number 5. That's just about worth it. These two here, I want them. A bit of discoloration on the one on top, I'm guessing from being in the window. No price on them. I want them. I've never seen them in that colour before. Yeah, so I went back in and got them. And while I was in there, she tried to like sell me a load of other stuff as well, including some shoes. She's like, just try these on. They're actually quite good shoes, but they're a little bit too big. Anyway, this is shop number 6. Let's have a look. These were £4.50 for the 2, which is just about right. I was hoping to find something in every single shop, but I couldn't find anything in the one over the road, so anyway, this is number 7. These are nice. Sanyo. Good condition, like really good condition. Vintage. £5. It's probably gonna make some money, but
Go on then.
Bulky. Don't really want to mess with them right now. No. If I was short of stock, I might have done, but I'm not. Right, number 8. This one is closing down, I think, possibly. Is it open now? Can I go in? I'm going to try. This is the last one around these parts anyway. I think this is number 8. I think I've lost, see, I said I'd lose track and I have 8, I think. When are you opening?
As soon as possible.
Alright.
Okay.
Cheers.
Okay.
Thanks. Yeah, closed. Right, back to the car and on to the next one. So number 6 or 7, I think it was. I went in and she kind of upsold these to me and I bought them. £2.50. I'll make a small profit. It's, you got all the guys there, it's the proper ones. They got the proper branding on them. And then this, I just thought this was really unusual. It's £1, but it's missing bits. I don't know. I think, has her hair been cut as well? Possibly. Might have been the wrong decision bothering with that, to be honest, but I've never seen it before. Figured I would give it a go. It's a bit rough. It's a bit rough, but we will see. Okay, so number 8 round the corner. Number 8 because that last one wasn't open, so I'm not counting that as one. And I think it's number 8, something like that. But I think my GoPro is like not liking this heat either. It keeps bugging out a bit, so hopefully this is recorded. And and hopefully this one is actually open. Oh, maybe not. No, that one was closed, unfortunately. That's one of my favourite ones from recent times as well. I've been finding some good stuff in there. It's where I got all the Funko Pops, the what's it called, little skateboard things, tech decks that sold really quick, and a few other good bits from there. But nope, not open. Wasn't open last week when I came either, so I don't know what's going on there. On to the next one, which will be number 8 then. Still, will we get to number 8, or will they all just be closed? I'm pretty sure this one's not open either. This isn't even the one I mentioned a minute ago. This is a different one. I forgot about this one. But no, not open. It should be open. It's another one that should be open. Let's carry on. Number 8 is just over here. It's actually called Angie's Attic, not Angie's Antiques. I think I called it Angie's Antiques in my last video, the one before. So just gonna nip across here now. I'm counting this as well. I know it's not technically a charity shop, but it's, you know, second-hand goods type of shop. So I'm gonna count that as number 8. There's 70s. So in the shop over there, they've got one of these blast-o-matics. I cannot believe the prices on these. Now, none have actually sold, so, you know, people might just be aiming sky high here. But these Nerf blasters, I know these because I've recently just found one in my dad's attic. I'm saying that as though I didn't know it was there. I knew it was there, it was mine as a kid, but I had no idea they went for this kind of money. Otherwise, the one I've got I would have put up for sale before now. But he's after 10 quid in its box, so I'm going to go and get it for 10 quid. I think that's pretty fair. I should make a little bit of money. Look out for this Nerf blast-o-matic bazooka ball. Let's go and get it. So there it is. 10 into, I would hope at least 30 plus postage, but I reckon maybe this is the time of the year for it, maybe 50 or 60 possibly, because it's got its box. The texture of this guy is weird. Nah, nothing in there. Right, so I'm going to pick my son up from nursery, dropping him off at home to his mum, and then on to the next few. I've just unloaded everything back home. I'm going to swap this warm can for a nice cold one. Grab some more bags. Just a quick break before I continue. When was the last time you saw Hairy Tornado or Nick and Andrea Hills on a swing, eh? So it's about half an hour later now, and I am continuing. I figured that I may as well drop these off at the parcel shop, as I'm going to be there anyway. 3 parcels here. This one is some kind of educational type of toys. I'll put it on the screen. I think it's called Lacy or Lazy, and 100 quid on them. Pretty good, really heavy. Tea, coffee, sugar jars, and I don't know, some other ceramic item. Cannot think what it is. I'll put them all on the screen.
Where you could win holiday empowering, summer making, life-changing cash.
I thought that was Disney. That's kind of cool. $1.99. No, nothing for me. not much in there. There were a few video games, but they were all really scratched. There were 2 or 3 that I might have bought, but not like that, like really bad. I just got some of this. This is just for packing boxes, a bit of void fill, £1 a roll from here. Yeah, it's hot now. It's 27 degrees right now. Only going to get hotter, I think, and then it's going to cool down a bit tonight. It's going to be hot again tomorrow. Yeah, I'm feeling it. I'm drinking plenty, and it's definitely needed. I've got a big bottle of water, a couple of cans of Coke, and yeah, needed today.
Space. There is space. Yeah. Take up too much space. I mean, when he did it looked nice. But then all of this, I'll have to wait until I see what's in there. No, yeah, that's fine, yeah.
Thank you, love. I'll bring it tomorrow.
We've got loads of these Skylanders here. This is when not to buy them. They're cheap, £2 each, but even so, I looked them up last time I was here, not really worth it. If you can get them for like 50p or £1, but nah, they'd sit forever. You'd sell them eventually, but they'd just sit there. Got these here. Maybe, never really bought these before. Charlie Chocolate Factory, Finding Neverland. I'm going to scan them all in. If any of them are any good, I'll let you know in a second. So I just got these 2, Aladdin and Beauty and the Beast, £2 a piece. The other ones were hit and miss. Kind of prices all over the place. These 2 seem to have the best sold comps. So figured I'd give these 2 a go. Something I wouldn't usually pick up. Again, my camera's not liking this heat. It keeps like randomly turning itself on, turning itself off and stuff. So I'm pretty sure it was working for at least most of that. But we'll have a good look at everything anyway when we get back. So the next ones are a bit up the way, 10-minute drive, and there's about like 6 thereabouts up there. So far, you know, not absolutely amazing to be honest, but it's completely random. If you're watching the channel for a while, then you'll probably know, you know, sometimes I'll go out at lunchtime and I'll find like loads of stuff in 1 hour. And today I've probably only found about the quantity of stuff I'd usually find in 1 hour, but in several hours. So just the way it is. That's why I used to go and play basketball just up there. If you've been watching for a while, if you remember that, leave a comment down below, and why not hit the like button while you're at it.
How you doing? You all right?
Yeah, good, you? Never usually go in this one to be honest, but let's give it a go. No, nothing in there for me at all. So, have a look at here.
I don't know if she does all this and women who have a store on Fleetwood Market. She mentioned Charlie about it.
Next one. Warhammer books. Oh, I dread to think how much they're going to be. Let's have a look.
You need to look your best. From dresses, shorts and t-shirts to summer accessories.
£2.50 each.
It's time to shine, so discover something amazing here in store. Or visit us online where we have more great products.
They're worth a look. I just don't get it sometimes. 35 quid. 23. 50. 60 best offer accepted. So I'll just grab them all. I'm pretty sure that's going to be the best thing of the day right there. Hopefully, if the other ones are worth anything like the one I looked up, we're going to be doing well. Anyway, on to the next one. It's kind of really cool. My kids would absolutely love that. Yeah, I've got to get that. looking sign. It's TG green. Possibly. Nope, just look like them. There's a couple of Skylanders here, which I don't think that's legit packaging. That does not look like the ones I've got at home. But hang on. This is more like it. But I bet it's $4.50. Give it a look. I know these can sometimes be okay. $4.50. Let's give that a look as well. No, none of these are worth it. These I'm still just not sure about, but even if they are legit, they're not worth nothing. So it doesn't really matter. I thought these would be okay, but they're just not. At least not for £4.50 each. If they're £1 each, worth it just about. That's kind of interesting. Nice little like display piece for somebody. Nothing in there, nothing in the last few actually, so guys, it's like 29 degrees now, 29. I think it's still going to get a little bit hotter. Anyway, one more up here and then hopefully with 2 or 3 on my way back down to where I live. If I've got time, I'll hit them as well. Look at these dragons. Cool, eh? How much are your dragons? Look at those guys there. 10 quid though. That's a cool jigsaw, but if it was new, I'd definitely be buying it. Nothing in that one, not to worry. I'm just going to have a quick look up here and see how busy it is up here in this weather. So to those who don't know, because I think most people are not in Blackpool or have probably never even been to Blackpool who actually watch these videos. So this is Cleveleys, which is north of Blackpool. It's its own separate town, but to me, when you say Blackpool, you mean like everything from kind of St Anne's all the way up to Fleetwood. Is the tide going to be in or not? I think it is. Oh, there's a bit of beach, a little bit. And if you look up there, you're probably not going to be able to make it out, but down that way is Blackpool Tower, and then up that way is, well, all the way over there, Lake District and Barrow-in-Furness, and kind of Fleetwood up there. Actually, one of my first ever videos, in fact my first ever video, I came down here. It was a really nice day. It was, I think it was like August, end of August time. I came down here, put a bit of it into my first ever video, and wasn't as hot as this then, I tell you, nowhere near. Anyway, I thought you might want to just have a quick look. It's weird. Anybody else out there live near the sea but very rarely ever venture there? And I have kids as well, and we, in the summer, will go down with our buckets and spades, you know, but not that often really, not that often. Probably should make more, the most of it really. It's 2:15, so I've got 45 minutes to get where I want to be and home, so I don't know, we might squeeze another 1, maybe 2 in. Let's go. So this is the next, but I've got a feeling this is not open. I'm not 100%, let's have a look. But the other one is just kind of down this road here, so it's not a wasted journey. Oh no, it is open, it is, okay. It's kind of cool, isn't it? It's all just cardboard. Look what that's from. big change around, isn't there? Seems to now be much more room for like ceramics, which is good for me. Got yellow bread bin. Oh god, that's heavy. Oh, it's the heaviest thing ever. This seems particularly good. Some people managing to get like 40, 35, 50. And then like £5. As long as it's all here. I have to check all these discs, make sure they're all in there. But if so, it's pretty good. So that is going to have to be it. I don't have time to go to the next one. This set, unfortunately, is missing the last disc. At least it's the last one. If it was one of the middle discs, I would not have bothered. But at least somebody can watch, you know, 1 to 8, series 1 to 8 or whatever it is, I don't know. But and the first disc is a little bit rough, but I think it will clean up okay. I think it will be fine. I'll give it a test, make sure that it's all right. But for £5, still worth it, I think. I might try and get the 9th disc. I might do if I can get it for a few, you know, less than like £4 or delivered. Something like that, I might bother. And then it wouldn't be a Fylde Flips pickup video without a bread bin. I don't massively like the colour of this, but I think the shape of it is good. If it was in a different colour, it would be pretty popular, I think. This one I had before, funnily enough. I got a big set of this stuff from the same charity shop over a year ago, and it sold pretty well. So there we go, that's it. Let's head home and take a look at everything we've picked up and see how much money roughly we're going to make reselling it all for a profit on eBay. One more. I figured I just got enough time to pop here, so last one, definitely last one. Guess his name. If I had time, I would guess something, but I do not. Ooh, I think I kind of like that. Kind of. So yeah, I got a Moomin's little jewellery box. I think that's pretty cool. I quite like that. It's not the best quality item ever. It was only £2.50, and I did have a guess at the names. I used my children's names, which are Milo and Chester. I think I've probably not done the right thing there, because they're gonna use a name that's very common, right? Because otherwise nobody would ever win it. So I didn't really think about that before I said it, but so very unlikely I will win that. Oh well, I didn't really want a massive teddy bear. If I do win it, though, maybe it could be the new like Fylde Flips mascot or something like that. I'm not going to win it. I'm not. Right, home. So back home now. This is everything I picked up today, minus one thing, which is the best thing, which we'll have a look at in a moment. But let's go through what we have here, and we will start with a fail. Why not this? But actually, I think it'll still sell. I paid £1 for it. I mean, it's very rough. I just thought it looked kind of unique. And actually, when this is alright condition, it has like a little stand there, or it should have. It actually looks pretty cool. Like, and they do go for a little bit of money. But like this, absolutely battered, missing a part. Shouldn't have bothered really. But I reckon it'll still go for maybe £5, £6, £7, something like that, plus postage. And this, which I would probably give to my kids, I'm not sure, £3. They seem to resell for about £10, something like that. So probably keep it. And also this, I kind of bought it for myself really. It does, I did look it up there in the shop, and it goes for maybe £6, something like that. Paid £1 for it. I think this was the last, was this the last like gig they did before Kurt Cobain died? I think so. It's at least the most famous one they've done. So this here is pretty good. Panasonic, boombox, £6. Tapes don't work, but I will test them anyway because they've said the tapes don't work. But maybe one does, one doesn't. We will see. But the CD works, the radio works, and it's in good condition with its remote and its instructions. So all that taken into consideration, definitely gonna pick it up for £6. These do sell for quite good money. Somebody had the controller up for like 30 quid. I don't know if they'd ever get 30 quid for it. Here we have a Marks and Spencer jigsaw puzzle, brand new sealed, otherwise I definitely wouldn't have picked this up. It's not quite vintage, almost though. I think it's about 18, 19 years old. And it's just a nice design. I've had a quick look and I can't find many that are actually new. The pre-owned ones don't go for a lot. But you know, the money is in the fact that it's new, giftable come Christmas, that kind of thing. So £5 is definitely paying up for a jigsaw. You can actually see the old original price tag underneath. Does that say 10 or 12, I think? And down here we have these Scooby-Doo toys. It's the whole set of them, otherwise I wouldn't have bothered. I don't tend to pick these up unless there's like a massive bundle of them. Here we've got the full gang right there, so that will do, £2.50. Here, this Disney jar. Nice item. I'm thinking this is probably like a Primark thing. I'm not sure. Can't seem to find it out there. I'll probably do a Google image search. I'm sure that'll bring it up. But it's probably a Primark thing. But you know, just like any other tea coffee canisters, if they were popular first hand when they originally sold them, then there's going to be people wanting to buy the replacements. So in this case, if they were like a Primark thing, that'd probably be the best thing because loads of people have them. Loads of people potentially will need replacements. This here is £4. I had a big set of this from the same charity shop over a year ago. I know this particular brand as well. I mean, if you search biscuits, Leonardo collection and chickens, it brings up some of the pieces and you'll see that the prices are not very good, the sold prices, but I've sold this stuff often enough to know that that's, you know, you can get good money for it. Not, you know, high end, but good kind of, you know, 20, 25 quid easy. And then this bread bin here, I just like the shape of it. I mean, the colour's all right. It's yellow. You know, yellow is obviously a selective taste. How many people are going to want yellow in their kitchen? But the condition of it is perfect. And the style, I really like. Colour, not so much. If it was like a white or a blue or pretty much anything, a black, it would sell a lot quicker. Really heavy as well. Good quality. There's no marking on it, but it's good quality. These here are fridge magnets. Yes, I know, bit random, right? Well, I'll tell you on these. So my brother had a big collection of fridge magnets and he didn't want them anymore. They were all at my dad's house, needed to get rid of them. He probably would have just thrown them, but I said, no, let me try and sell them. So I did, and I had no idea. But I bundled them all up into different categories. Like, he had them from all around the world. He would ask people to pick them up for him when he was abroad. And they would. So he's got them from all around the world. He's not been to like a lot of these places, but there's like American ones, British. There's like really there was obscure ones from like the Fiji Islands and all sorts. But I bundled them all up, and they've been selling like crazy well. I mean, I've been doing them cheap. They have been going cheap, but like maybe £10 to £20 for like 10 to 20 of them, like £1 each roughly is kind of how much they've been going for. A little bit more on some of them. So anyway, long story short, I've been picking these up now and again when they're cheap enough. So these were 2 for 50p, so I got the lot for £1.50. Nothing particularly special singularly, although these two do. I'll have to have a look at them. They do interest me a little bit. But I will put these with another big box full I bought recently. I'll put them all together and do what I've done before and bundle them up. And then we got this Ben 10 collection here. This is pretty good. It's unfortunately missing one of the discs, but you know, if it was there, it would go for like 40 quid. So the fact that it's the last disc in the set, I think is okay. I'll try and get the disc if I can. If not, it's not the end of the world. It'll still sell for much more than £5. 3 games here. Wii Sports Resort, that was £1. These were 50p each. That's worth maybe like £9 or £10. £9 or £10. and about 6 or 7. Are these here? These are not actually that good. I thought they might have been, but they're not. Well, they're worth about £1 each, and I paid £1 for the lot. They do sell fairly often though, and I can't see that many people selling them like individually, so I might be that person who like does them individually and sells them like that. These CD storage cases are quite good, definitely a lot rarer than the black ash ones. One has recently sold for £25 plus postage. I think I'm going to be the only person, as far as I can tell, unless I've been putting like CD storage, beach effect, beach colour, and I think that's the right way to describe them. What would you say? I'll be aiming 25 to 30 each one, and we paid £4.50 for the two, so £2.25 each. There is a bit of discoloration on this one, as you can see, but this one is fine. It'll still sell. I don't think anybody's going to be too bothered about that. This Meakin dish, had this quite a few times. It does sit for a while, but they do sell. This design is quite desirable. This like the Meakin stuff, it's all right. There is some pretty good stuff out there of the range. This one is the more common one, so not worth quite as much, but it's nice. It does sell eventually. This here, I'm not really sure about this. There's something about it though. Only £1. I'm sure that'll do okay. And this is a Moomin's like little jewellery box. I can't find this particular one out there. I've tried Google image searching it. It's not coming up. Got similar kind of ones coming up. Not as good as this, not as big as this. And the prices on them seem to be about 20 quid new when they were new. And so this one has definitely got a lot more going on with it. I don't think this is like wood. It's like hard cardboard. It's that kind of material, but it's decent quality. At least 20, I would say. £2.50 is what I paid. At least 20 plus postage on that. And the second to last item is this. Pretty good. £10 what I paid, which, you know, you might think it's paying up, but have a look at the solds on these. Somebody's going to have this as a collectible, I would imagine, rather than actually using it. £10 with the box. You know, I wouldn't have paid that if it was loose. Does anybody remember this from when they were younger? As I say, I had this. I remember getting it one Christmas when I was kind of maybe 10 or 11, something like that. So these are the best pickups out of everything, I think, for like what I've spent on them and the return I'll get on them. Pretty good. And I don't know, I find a lot of like Warhammer book type things, and not all that many of them are worth kind of great money. They're always worth okay money if you can get them cheap enough, but these are, I would class these as great money, and £2.50 each, which surprised me. Like, this charity shop is known to be one of the more expensive ones in that area. So we'll start with the one that's not as good as the rest, and it's quite thin, this one. Just to give you an idea, this is kind of what it's like inside. Just like a load of stats and stuff. This one, about £20 thereabouts in pre-owned condition. Very good pre-owned condition, this one. This one is a little bit more, about 25, maybe 30 at a push, but probably about 25. This one is about 25 to 35, kind of high-end 35, at least 25. And this one is kind of rare, and some people are asking like a lot for this. I don't quite know why. Like, some people are asking like 50, 60, 70 for it, but actual sold listings are not quite that much. But there's not many sold for sale in the UK right now. Maybe 50, maybe a little bit more. The condition is really good. It's a bit of a thicker one, this as well. So there we go. So not a bad lot of stuff. It kind of gives me a bit of an idea of how it might be if I was doing reselling full time. Like, if every day was like that, I suppose I wouldn't go out every day, would I? Maybe 2 or 3 times a week like that. I was finding this kind of quality of goods, but there's no guarantee about that, is there? You know, and it's very hit and miss. I go out at lunchtime sometimes and I find really, really good stuff, and other times I find nothing. And that's just kind of how it is, isn't it? Like, I mean, I've obviously gone to like 20 odd shops here. I could have gone to a few more with a little bit more time. There's a few more I could have gone to, but You know, I could have gone to St Anne's, could have gone Fleetwood. I thought I'd get time to go up to Fleetwood, but I didn't. So there are others that I know do have some good stuff out there, just didn't get around to them. So as per usual, I will put on the screen now how much money I've spent, roughly how much money I expect to get, low end kind of estimate, and how much profit we should end up with once it all sells. You know, if it all sells. Something, you know, things come and go in price. Like sometimes things will be great one time you pick it up, the next time you pick it up it's just not worth as much. That's just how it is. So you kind of stick to the things that are a bit kind of like universal, that are gonna, you know, are more likely to kind of stay relevant as time goes on. So I hope you like that one. Let me know down in the comments, what is your favorite item here out of everything you can see, and these. Favorite item, what item you think will be the most profitable as well, let me know. And for now, that's it. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed that video, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you've not already subscribed, and I'll see you in the next one.
Give it up. Flip that. Canal Street. Flip back. Last week. Old money. This week. New racks. Never buy none more. If I can't afford to gift wrap. Stunning in your foreign car. You keep riding rental tags. Ew. Heard you roll the other lean. We are not the same. Couple thousand in my pocket. This pocket shit. Rubber bands on my arm.